Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, published by Penguin, and this is a novel that's set in the 1960s, 1970 USA, and it's about women's empowerment, it's about women's place in the home or not. It's whimsical, it's wry, it's full of humour, it's full of sadness, it has, I think, the full gamut, the full range of what makes a good novel. The main character is Elizabeth Zott, and she is a chemist and she is very, very bright. She works at Hastings and she meets Calvin, and Calvin is a really bright chemist who is in line for several awards, and they partner up and they eventually have a child called Madeline, called Mad, and they also have a dog. Now this dog, it's a rescue dog, and they call it 6:30 because the dog arrived with them at 6:30. So you've got an anthropomorphic element because the dog kind of ponders some of the scenes he sees. So it's very sweet, it's very cute, but it's very on point. Elizabeth is a very good battler. She gets her way despite the obstacles that are put in place, and it's a very good example of what life was like for women in the 1960s. You know, they weren't expected to work, so anyone who really wanted to stretch their brain and contribute to society was blocked at every avenue. And I think it behoves us to actually remember what a lot of women went through in that period of time to get womanhood to where it is today. I mean, there's still a lot to do, but it really brings to life that real battle and that real entrenched thinking by mainly men, but also women, that stymied so many women in the progression of their careers. Elizabeth fronts a show called Supper at Six, which is basically a cooking show, but she brings to it her scientific knowledge and it becomes a great, great hit, and everybody tunes into it and watches it, and you know, she gets quite a strong message across that way. This is a novel that kind of has stayed with me. I found it really quite gripping, a little bit slow in parts, but actually, you know, that doesn't matter at all because it kind of keeps the momentum going, and it gives you space to think about what it is Elizabeth is going through. So, you know, there are wonderful characters. Elizabeth is quite sort of straight down the line. You don't really get to know her, but she has a wonderful daughter, Mad, and Calvin is, you know, a very interesting person. And then, of course, there is the dog, and the dog really adds a humourful element to the whole story. So if you're looking for something new, and I think this will be a really popular read in 2022, Lessons in Chemistry is certainly one to pick up.